It might go well, it could go well, and the other says everyone hates you and you suck. Yeah, basically, this is gonna be the night from now on. I was talking to Jason about how many people were coming, because I'm usually, I don't want to say anxiety, social anxiety. I just have a fear of more people than one. So he was like, two girls have said yes on Facebook. And I'm like, okay, I can handle that. And what about men? Just men, just me. Oh, so two girls and Jason. Fine. I'm like, yeah. The night before the show, he says, listen man, there are gonna be like 21 people here coming. So it's a full house, baby. And I'm like, oh shit. So yeah, I've arrived. I'm basically gonna speak about my girlfriend and me, just a little, and movies, and complain a lot, I think. Yeah, I joined a writers club, not a book club, because those guys are fucking weird. And what we do there, we write stories, and at the end of the thing, each person tells her opinion or his opinion about the stuff, and we like congratulate each other, or we criticize each other. The thing is, I found a cure for my social anxiety: alcohol. So there was like mostly girls there and a couple of guys. The stories were good, and one particular hit me the most. It was about a guy who was abused by his girlfriend. And I was like, fuck, I can relate to this guy. This guy is me. And I was so sure it was a man, because at the end I said, yeah, this is written by a man. I've been where he is, and yeah, it's a great story. Turns out it was a girl. Not just any girl, but a really nice girl. She was from France. Are any people from France here? Yes. You're gonna love me or hate me at the end of the show. So she was actually nice to me, and that's the problem, because there are two kinds of people that I hate. The ones that ignore me. Who the fuck are you to ignore me, Like, I'm a genius. You should say the moment I walk in the door, there goes the genius, man. He's fucking brilliant, right? Yeah, and the ones that are nice to me. Because I'm pretty sure there's a secret agenda there, Why are you doing this? You want something from me, that's clear. And she just kept pouring wine in my glass. And it just so happens that I had the biggest glass, because the biggest guy, biggest glass. So I got drunk. And at the end, I told my opinion about her story. And usually I say nice things and think bad things, and when I'm drunk it's the other way around. So all the nice things were left in my head, and all I said was, yeah, but you're a girl. And she was like, why are you saying this to me? Don't you think that women can write like men? This is a sexist comment. And I'm like, yeah, but you're a girl. I was that jerk, that asshole. So, in my head, I was thinking, you're brilliant. You're a brilliant writer. You're like really, really good. But I kept that all inside. Then comes the next meeting. I know, this is hilarious. It's gonna get worse, I promise. At the next meeting, she was there, and everybody was saying like, Costin, you're gonna apologize to her, you were a bit of a prick. And I'm like, if I apologize, I will seem weak towards the other guys. So I didn't say shit. And she's looking at me like, she's sitting right next to me, I know that's just happened, and she's, hey, do you want water? She offers me water, not wine. And I'm saying, yeah, I don't want to get drunk again. Don't you remember? Like it was her fault that I got drunk in the first place, because she offered me wine. So, yeah, that was the first joke. I'm gonna watch my not my language. I'm gonna watch my jokes from time to time, so don't feel offended by the fact that I have a short memory. Yeah, so I did explain to you guys what happened in the Writers Club. And yeah, so it was really funny because of her French accent. Have you ever heard a French person curse in English? She goes like, "You motherfucker." She didn't say that to my face. It was just from another story. And I had this weird fantasy. Can I drive her this mad so she would curse this way to me? Can I go at that point? But luckily I was not drunk and I was a total gentleman. By that I mean I didn't say shit to her and I went home. So yeah. My girlfriend sometimes tells me this, and I'll try to do a good impression of her, but it's really difficult because she's 10 years younger than me and I've given up on life. She tells me, "Yes, human, yes, love me, human." From that I deduce one thing: she's not one of us. She's either A robot sent from the future to annoy me, or B, an extraterrestrial who despises humans, but for some reason really likes sex. Yeah, I couldn't explain that to myself either. And I was talking to this American veteran guy. Actually, he was talking to some other girl at the Writers Club, and he was explaining to her, "Dude, that's not funny. It's just the intro." And he was explaining to this girl about his failed marriage. He had like 4 failed marriages and stuff. And I'm listening to that, and I'm yeah. But can we really talk about serious shit for a moment? And he was, "Yeah, what do you want to talk about?" Well, and I go, "When will the U.S. Army deploy Gundams?" Do you know what Gundams are? Have you not watched anime? They're like those monstrous robots. It's like 4 robots make a huge robot. One's the head and one's the whatever you want it to be. Yeah, this stuff is really bad, so I apologize. We should move on. Even Microsoft Word is worried about me. I was writing down my text and I wanted to start with, "Hello, I'm unemployed and I'm currently living with my girlfriend." And the fucking program just underlined the word girlfriend and unemployed. Like, seriously, Costin, are you really going to do this and live? And it seems I am doing a good job so far. As I was talking to Jason about my worst nightmare of coming here, like nobody will laugh at all. And my man tells me, "Costin, listen, at least one person will laugh once." Yeah, can you imagine how shitty that would be for a comedian? Like 1,000 fucking people and nobody laughing except one person in the back going, "Ha!" Not even an entire fucking song, just "Ha!" "I'm sorry, sir, that wasn't the punchline." "Oh, he's not really all up there. He's an escaped mental patient, and that's the only sound he makes." Yeah, I know. It's brilliant. It's brilliant stuff. I'm turning 34 now. To me, age is just a number. I don't really care about that. I'm not even afraid of death. To me, death is like a big break. A big break from everybody else's bullshit. You know? Moving on. Yeah. So I saw this movie. This is the best part, I hope. It's called Bad Batch. It's basically about the people eating each other in the desert. I know the plot is heavy with intrigue. And what happens is this girl gets thrown out of the US over the border. You guys are there in like what, 1 week and 2 weeks? You're going there. It's a fact. And she ends up in a camp of cannibals where some people eat her leg and arm. Yeah, don't worry. It's a beautiful film. You should watch it with your kids and stuff. I recommend it. And when I saw that, I'm like, whoa, they really got to the meat of the problem fast. Yeah, that's another joke. And as she kinda escapes the camp, she meets a homeless Jim Carrey in the desert. Because obviously that's where you'll find Jim Carrey. And he brings her over to another camp, which is a paradise called Comfort. And it's basically a camp filled with junkies, where nobody was eating no one. So I'm thinking, yeah, so she went through hell, and she's in paradise now, right? Do you guys think that was enough for her?
No.
Of course not. Yeah. Spoiler warning, right? So she goes like, you know what? I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna get my revenge. She has this pistol, this tiny pea shooter with like 5 bullets in it, and she goes back. And I'm like, oh yeah, sure, that will work for 5,000 cannibals. Why are you using even a gun? Just poke them with a stick. And she goes there, she basically shoots a woman and she steals her kid. And at one point in the story, I'm not going to bore you with the details, she meets Jason Momoa in the fucking desert. And this guy was like the father of the kid. And he plays an interesting role because the first time we see him, he's like painting a little girl. And I'm thinking, oh, he's gonna eat that little girl. I know so because we used to draw cookies in art school too. So he's drawing. Turns out it's his daughter. And he meets Legless Girl and he says to her, look, you're gonna bring me my kid or else I'm gonna kill it. And I think, yeah, that sounds reasonable, so yeah. But what does Legless Girl do? In the middle of nowhere, she goes like, what's your deal? You know, like trying to relate to the one person in the desert that treats her like a piece of meat. Like, why are you out here for? Was it the drugs? Was it cocaine? And this guy, this huge ass guy has this leave me the fuck alone face. And I'm like, yeah, you should leave him alone. And then the girl says, are you Mexican? At this point, I'm like, bitch, what you trying to do? Make his entire family tree? The guy's a cannibal, leave him alone. So, yeah, that was the punchline. And at the end, there comes this big fuck-off sandstorm, and they get under a blanket to cover themselves from the sand. And girl looks at Jason Momoa and the guy's big muscles and stuff, and he goes like, like, this motherfucker ate my leg. I want to kiss him, but nah, man. Bad idea. So I won't. And yeah, at the end, I won't spoil it for you. You really should see it, because that's how me and my girlfriend got together.
And let Jason eat you.
Yeah, that was the analogy. So I'm not the cannibal. I'm Legless Girl. Just so you know. Even though we're a heterosexual couple, I'm pretty sure I'm the female in this relationship. I don't want to be mean or anything, but I've used the excuse, honey, can we not? Can we not tonight? Because I really have a headache. And when you hear the sentence, where are you going with that butt? That's not me. That's her. Now imagine me going up to a random girl on the street and saying, where are you going with that butt, girl? What would happen then? But she can get away with it because she's like, what? How tall is this? No, that's about it. In feet, man, I don't know. I only know centimeters. So you don't know, come on, man, help me out. How tall is this?
4'10" or something.
4'10", okay. So if by any chance she often tells me like, you know, you annoy me so much, I'm gonna kill you in your sleep. And I pretend like, hey, it's funny. What the fuck? It's a joke. If I actually believe it, then it's gonna happen. So, and I can see it now. Her in front of the judge, going, "But Your Honor, how could I have killed him with these tiny little hands? I can't even grab a napkin." And yeah, then I'll be convicted of murder even though I'm dead. Yeah, this stuff is just killing. I'm doing a killing tonight. My mother said, don't be afraid of people, just rehearse in the mirror. So what I did, I looked in the mirror for 2 seconds and I went, yeah, still fat, fuck this. And that was all the rehearsal I did. Then I read all the words I said on the paper. And I went back to the room where my girlfriend was watching a movie, and I said, how long was it since I left? And she said, oh, about an hour or so. And I'm thinking, fuck, yes, I can do this. I can pull this shit off. But naturally I forgot my lines, so yeah. Excuse me for a little bit. I want to end this by telling you about movies from the 80s, but we're not here yet, so you're gonna have to bear with me just a little. Yeah, it takes a while. This paper is like really fucking difficult. It's my life story right here. So my worst joke in the program, it's like my girlfriend nickname is Pișcot, which in Romanian means lady finger. You know those cookies that you eat with champagne? So I thought, like, if she kills me, on my tombstone will say death by lady finger. And some dude would just read that and say, fuck, he got killed by a champagne cookie. What a whim. Yeah, she had like one cake in the fridge, and she said, this cake is mine. You will not touch it. And naturally I thought, yeah, I'm bigger than her. I could eat that cake and survive. And there were days when I was looking at the cake, and the cake was going like Clint Eastwood style. I mean, go ahead, punk, make my day. Because it knew if I ate it, I would be dead. So I didn't. I didn't eat that cake.